Well, I welcome you to the LiveText Leadership Portfolio Workshop. You are here because you are enrolled in Union's MED or EDSIL track, and part of the requirements for that completion of that license is the completion of the portfolio. But before we get started, I want to be sure that you have three things with you. The first thing you must have is the one-time use LiveText code. It looks like a credit card with a part on the bottom that you can break off, and on the back of it is a silver covered key code that can be used one time. You must have that with you before you get started. You must also have your Union ID number, because the username of your LiveText account will be your Union ID. And then the last thing that you must have is a digital headshot that we will use in your portfolio, and that should be saved either to your computer or to a USB or flash drive. So if you don't have those three things, stop the video, get those three things, and then resume the video, and at that point it will make it much smoother if you have those already ready. Anytime during the video, if you need a little bit more time than I'm giving, you can easily pause that video to have some extra time to complete a section. On the back of your key code, carefully scratch off the silver cover of the number. While you're doing that, I want to explain to you why you have to do the portfolio and the LiveText account. The 2013 Tennessee Instructional Leadership Standards are written as performance-based. So in order for our program to be state approved, you must show that you have met each of those standards. After your portfolio is assessed, you'll be uploading documents to your portfolio and reflecting and including some other documents in your portfolio. But after it is all completed, then we can run data reports on the performance of our students to ensure that they have met the standards, but we can also run data to let us know areas of our program that we need to improve upon. And so you are helping future students in the improvement of our programs by completing your portfolio. Now, if your picture is saved to a USB, or if it's on your computer, or if it's saved to a USB, plug it in now. Now I want you to open the internet, and I strongly suggest that you use Firefox or Google Chrome, because there have been some recent problems with Internet Explorer, and LiveText just seems to work better with Firefox or Google Chrome. So you're going to open your computer, and you are going to go to LiveText.com. That's www.livetext.com. Okay, and your computer should the screen should look like this. At the top, I want you, before we can set up the portfolio, you must set up your LiveText account. At the top, you will see Purchase, Register. Click on that. You already have your key code, so you are going to click Register Membership, and then you are going to click Student. And this is where you will enter your key code. It must be entered exactly as it is on your key code card. Capital letters must be capitalized. So go ahead and enter that. And then step 3 will pop up. You will disregard you'll enter your personal information and disregard the school PIN number. We don't have that PIN number. Remember that in step 4, your username is your union ID number. Then, after you have finished all of that, read the criteria for the password, enter your password twice, then choose a security question, answer it, and you must give a hint, and the hint can't be the answer. And then you will click on Agree with the Terms of Service, and then click on Register My Membership Account. When you have finished all of this, you should get at the top, you should see a congratulations page with your username. And you will also receive an email from LiveText with that same information, so don't delete that email. Once you have gotten to the end, and if you need to pause, while I kind of went through that quickly, so I hope that you paused while you put the information in. Then when you have gotten that congratulations page, you are going to click on Login under your username and password. Okay, once your screen should look something like this. In the middle at the top of those choices up there, you will see the Forms tab. Click on that Forms tab, and there is one form there, Union University Information Form, and over on the right side, click Take Form. Answer all of the questions that apply to you. And at the bottom, when you finish, you will then click Submit Form. Don't just click Save Form, you have to submit it. So pause the video right now, take a few minutes to complete that form, and then resume the playing of the video. Okay, you should have submitted the form, and on your screen you should see a confirmation message at the top. LiveText is very good about letting you know if something has been submitted successfully. That's very important when it's time for you to submit your portfolio to the assessor, because you want to be sure that if you put in the right name of that assessor, that assessor has gotten it. Okay, now look up at the top on the options there and click on Documents. Then under Documents is the name My Work, and then under My Work is New. Click on New. Then you are going to have the Tennessee Union University and then Portfolio Templates. Click on Portfolio Templates, and this is very important. You must click on Instructional Leadership Portfolio Revised. The other one is the old instructional leadership standards, but you are working with the 2013 standards. Okay, so over on the right is the outline of what you will be doing for your portfolio, and it should look like this. The standards should go through standard D3. At the bottom of that picture, then click Create Document. The title that will pop up there is Instructional Leadership Portfolio Revised. You're going to change the title of that portfolio to your first name, space, then your last name, apostrophe S, and then Leadership Portfolio. Now, since I already have created one, I'm going to name this one too. Okay. So give it a few seconds to work. And this is your portfolio. Let's look at it before we start doing anything. Over on the left side are all of the different components within your portfolio. You are on the introduction right now. So on the introduction, I want you to read that paragraph. Now, I will show you in a few minutes how to replace that paragraph with your name. This paragraph explains that you will be uploading artifacts to the portfolio and providing a rationale for how those chosen artifacts meet each of the standards. Then over on the left side, you will see your personal summary and resume. You can click on that. Then is the practicum information. You will be uploading several documents from that. Then there is the glossary of terms. I highly recommend that even though you might believe that you understand the meaning of one of those terms, that you read it just to be sure that you are that it is consistent with what the standard is looking for. Then we have included the scoring rubric so that you will be aware of how your assessor will score each part of your portfolio. I think this will be helpful for you to be sure that you are at the acceptable or at least the 3 level in the assessment of the standards, because that will be the minimum required to complete the program. Then let's look at each of the standards. Let's just look at standard A1. You will see that the standard A is listed right there, and then A1 is there also. Then there are possible sources of evidence that you can possibly use. You don't have to. Those, you're not limited to those. And then there are the artifacts that you will enter, and then your reflections. And all of the rest of those standards down through standard D3 have that same format. It is most important that you don't delete anything in that top section. Otherwise, you won't know what the standard is. So let's go back to the introduction. Click on the introduction, and we are ready to edit this. The edit process is just a simple 3-step process. Over on the right, you'll see first of all that there are sections in this. Each section has an edit button. So in that top section, you're going to click the edit button, and you are now in edit mode. Since you have read that paragraph, we are going to highlight that paragraph and delete it. Okay, now since this is going to be your title page, you want your name to be a good size. So let's have the font size for this one to be 24. Okay, and you're going to type in your name there. If you want to change the font, you can do that. Just keep in mind that it needs to look professional. Okay. Then you also must have your picture inserted here. You can either do that by clicking on Insert Image here or going down here and inserting the image here. So if you click on Insert Image, then you will click over here on Upload on the left side, Upload New File. Then I have saved my image on a USB, so I'm going to browse for it. And I'm going to go here, and there is my image. And watch that line right there. Don't do anything until it is filled in. And then it will say, there's your picture over there, and it will say that I have inserted that image. Okay, so if that's what I want to do, I'm going to look over here, and I'm going to leave it as the original size, and I'm going to place it here to the right of the text. We're just going to try it, okay? Then to get out of edit mode, if I decide I need to go back to my section editor, I can do that. You see right there, it says that my image, there has been one image inserted. So we're going to save and finish. That will take you back to your portfolio away from edit mode. Well, as I look at that, I don't really like my picture over on the right side. I think it needs to be close to my name. Very easy to change. I'm going to go to edit again. I'm going to click on edit image, and then I'm going to put it, let's say below the text, okay? And I think that picture might have been a little bit too big, so I'm going to change it. Don't change it to thumbnail. Whoever is reading it may not be able to see it. And then I'm going to click Save and Finish. So you see, it's very simple to go in and make edits on your portfolio. Then you will include the rationale for the portfolio, and then you will include your philosophy of leadership. Simple process. Edit, go in and add your rationale for the portfolio, and save and finish. Let me tell you right now that there is a security feature in LiveText that if you are in a document and a certain amount of time goes by without any activity, it will shut it out. So as you are working on your portfolio and you are in edit mode, click Save Changes every now and then. That way, if something happens, then you won't lose the information. If the phone rings while you're working on it, before you answer the phone, click Save Changes. But that will keep you in edit mode. To get back out, click Save and Finish. It's that simple. Now, then you will be clicking on your personal summary and your resume, and you will go in to edit mode and respond to each of those bulleted items. Remember, when you get down to the standards, do not edit that top section. Just leave that one alone. You will only upload articles and then reflect. So let me show you. The uploading the articles works just like your picture did. If you're in Artifacts and you click Edit, then we're going to go here and click File Attachment, and we're going to upload a file, and we're going to browse for it, and there it is. I'm going to give it a few seconds to load. And then I'm going to click Save and Finish. So right there is the document that I just uploaded into the Artifacts section. Let me show you one more thing. Since I had created a portfolio before, then it shows down here when I'm in edit mode. Excuse me. Let me go back out. I'm not in edit mode. Yes. Okay, so to see the file manager, I'm in edit mode, and if I click on file attachments, then it shows that I had already saved to my account the portfolio image and then this professional growth plan that I just inserted as an artifact for standard 1A. So keep in mind that you might be able to use the same artifact for more than one standard. Each standard is very likely going to require more than one artifact. So you can, instead of uploading the same artifact over and over like I just did here, you can just go down here. Okay, so let's say I want to, on standard 4B, I want to use that same professional growth plan that I had put in A1. I'm going to go here to Artifacts, and I'm going to click on File Attachment, and I will just choose that one. Give it a few seconds. Whoops, excuse me, over here. I don't click on it, I click Add. And there it is. And so if I go back here to Save and Finish, then it's right there. So I don't have to just keep uploading it for every time I want to use it. It's in my file manager, so I can get it from there. And then when you are doing the reflection for each standard, you will click Edit, and then you will just type in the why or how that artifact meets that standard. It's that simple. One thing you need to remember is when you are writing your reflections, that font is very small. So you want to be sure that you use at least a font size 14 in the parts where you are reflecting so it's easily readable. Okay? Then we will go back and save and finish. So you see that it is a simple 3-step process for editing, making the revisions, and then save and finish. Now, when you are finished with each part of your portfolio, whenever you are told to submit it, then you are ready to send it for review. Right here, keep in mind you don't send it until it's completed. Okay, you don't have to submit each part. So you're going to click on Send for Review, and then you will type in the name of the person who will be assessing your portfolio. So I'm just going to, so that I don't put in names of people and they don't know why my portfolio is in their inbox, I'm just going to put in myself. Okay, notice that I just typed in Dottie, and there are 2 Dottie Myatt's here. This Dottie Myatt student is the one that I'm logged into right now, so that's my student. This is my faculty account, so it will pop up. If you are on the Hendersonville campus and you put in Danny Weeks, if you just put in Danny, then you will notice there are 3 Dannys on there who have accounts in Union's domain, and I would choose Danny Weeks, and his name comes right down there, okay? But I'm not going to send it to him. I'm going to send it to myself, to my faculty account. Now, I haven't submitted it yet. I'm just choosing who I will send it to. In order to submit it to whoever I have right here, and you can check and be sure that that is the correct person. Let's say I want to send it to Carolyn Stewart also. There she is. And so if I want to send it to 2 people, I can. You might even be in collaboration with other people in your cohort, and you can peer review your portfolios before you submit them. Check with whoever is assessing it to be sure that's okay, but that peer evaluation is always a good thing. So if I just submit it to myself, I just remove Carolyn Stewart's name. I just want it to go to me. So I'm going to submit for review. And notice again that LiveText is very good because it says you have successfully submitted your document. You have successfully sent this document to one user. I know that it's in my inbox. And you will know that it is in your assessor's inbox when you get that. Okay, now when it is time for you to, you've submitted your portfolio and you are waiting for the assessor to complete it and send it back to you. If you log into your LiveText account, you will see up here the Reviews tab, okay? If you click on that Reviews tab, there's my portfolio that I have submitted that has been returned to me. I did this one the other day, and notice if I'm under Reviews, that if I put my cursor over that, it will tell me that the status is that the review was completed. I had submitted it and it was reviewed by that person on that date. So you see, you can tell if your portfolio has been completed. Also, here are the icons that show the status. And so if the assessment is completed, the assessment process is a two-step process. They can review it. Notice that one just is reviewed because when it was assessed, the assessment rubric was not completed. But it also says that the review was completed. The assessment might have been started, but it wasn't submitted yet, and the review might have been started, but not submitted. So you can tell if your assessor is in the process of reviewing your portfolio. Be patient, they take a lot of time. Okay, if I go back into my Documents tab, you see that I have two portfolios right there. This first one was the one that I created on June the 24th. This second one is the one that I just created today. And so that will let you know all of the documents that you have created. Two more quick things. As you are working through your portfolio, if you have problems, here is the Help menu. LiveText support is very good. You can find a lot of information in this help menu for students. If you are having some technical difficulty, we found that usually the most difficult thing is when you use Internet Explorer, and sometimes the features may not work. If you email support@livetext.com, you will almost immediately get a report number. And then within 24 hours, if it's during the week, you will get a response from them. So the support, again, is very good. Let's look at one more thing, that if you are a classroom teacher, this is something that you can use in your classroom. Your LiveText account first of all, your LiveText account is good for 5 years. So in the future, if you're trying to get a job as an assistant principal or as a principal, and you want a prospective employer to see the work that you have done on your portfolio to meet those TILS standards, you can set up a visitor's pass to your portfolio, and they can see all of your work great job getting tool. But one other thing is your membership that is good for 5 years comes with a membership to Learn 360. Learn 360 is a video library of thousands of videos that are aligned to Tennessee curriculum standards, Common Core standards, and are divided by content and or grade level. It is a wealth of information for you and a wonderful resource for you to use in your teaching. To get to Learn 360 through your LiveText account, you must first log into LiveText, then click on My Account, and right down here you will see Type Learn 360 Video Library, and then you will click Go. It says it's redirecting it. So if we want to go to learn360.com, keep in mind you have to go through to it through your LiveText account. Just click on learn360.com, and there you can spend hours looking through all of the videos, and they do special things for different holidays. So again, that is something that comes with your LiveText account. If you have any questions, you can ask the person who is assessing your portfolio, or if you have other questions and want to email me, my email address is dmyatt@uu.edu. Thank you very much. One more thing that is very important, always click log out on your LiveText account so that no one can get into it.